Hey everyone, welcome to the Fantasy Football Pizzeria Podcast. I am your host, Zach Sucardi. You can find me on Twitter at FFPizzaman and on Instagram at Fantasy Football Pizzeria. I'm actually riding solo for this episode. My co-host John, him and his wife had their baby last week. They had her on Wednesday and they're just still in the hospital making sure everything's all good. Her name is Mila Elizabeth, so that's fucking awesome. God bless John and his family, so good shit. We're just going to go over, we're going to talk some news, give you the pepperoni, the pineapple of the week, talk some plays I like, the pizza review with a player comparison, of course, and then I'm going to give you my song of the week. Going to kind of keep it short. I'm here watching this Thursday night game, and it finally started picking up here right before the halftime. So, so hopefully we have a good second half. So to get everything started, just to talk a little news here. It looks like Robert Woods is going to be playing this week. He came back today and practiced, so that's definitely a good sign. Same with Brandon Cooks. He's likely to be back too, so that'll be definitely a plus for Jared Goff owners. And I'll definitely be playing Cooks. Such a big fan of him. I'm happy that he's back. Robert Woods, more than likely, I'm going to play him as well. So good shit there. Happy to see that those guys are back. Tyler Lockett was limited on Thursday. Someone you're going to want to monitor. I'm still definitely playing DK Metcalf. George Kittle was limited in practice. Again, something you want to kind of keep your eye on. And then Deontay Johnson, the wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He actually was a full in practice. So definitely a plus, especially with Juju Smith-Schuster possibly being out. Beyond that, that's really all that is going on news-wise for fantasy this week. Just things to monitor with injuries, when guys practice, and so on. Right. And then from there, just to talk about I should say my pepperoni of the week. John really wasn't about this, but I'm sure he would agree, is DJ Chark. Again, the pepperoni is the awesome player of the week. Pretty simple. Pepperoni is the best topping on pizza. Pineapple's the worst. You know what I'm saying. So it's DJ Chark, wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was 8 for 104 and 2 touchdowns, which equal to 26.4 half PPR points. He's a top 10 wide receiver this season for his second year. He's doing awesome. It doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball. So he's a must start each week, and I'm happy to see him emerge. I actually was traded him in a dynasty league for James Washington, the wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And also I got a first and second round pick. This person really wanted James Washington. And it worked out, obviously, in my advantage here with the picks. And then to get a player like DJ Chark and him having such a great sophomore season is very exciting. So he was my pepperoni of the week. Excited to see how he finishes off the season. And then my pineapple of the week was David Johnson, running back for the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, he just sucked. He fucking sucked. His last 3 games, his fantasy points were 0.2, -1, and 0. So he's been just sucking. And it's unfortunate because he's a great player. There's got to be something injury-wise. I know Kenyon Drake's there, but I don't know how much, that would really play too much into, how David Johnson is producing if he was healthy. Honestly, it doesn't seem that he's there just seems to be something wrong because he's even used it in the pass game. He's one of those dynamic backs. So he's the pineapple of this week here. So for just talking about some of the plays that I like this week, gonna just talk about a couple players for each of the main positions. And I'll throw in a couple quarterbacks. I don't have anything written down here, but I'll go over some quarterbacks here. So for my wide receivers, I like Jarvis Landry this week. Jarvis Landry. He's playing against Miami. I don't know, it sounds silly, but I like that as a revenge game. And plus Jarvis Landry, he's been playing pretty darn well when it comes to any of those damn Browns wide receivers, because we know it ain't Odell Beckham. And then my second wide receiver is Brandon Cooks. Again, he's back into the fold. It's going to help boost Goff. I think if this team needs to make a push, it's going to be right the fuck now. So with Brandon Cooks back, it's someone who I'm excited to play this week. And then for my running backs, it's going to be Kareem Hunt. I mean, if he was for running backs, he was top 3 in targets for the last 2 weeks. I think he finished with 10 and I think 11. And then he's been playing the same time even as Nick Chubb. So something to kind of keep in mind. And I'm excited to play him this week. I believe I even have him as my RB2, which is, I know, a bit ambitious, but I'm also maybe not the most. I don't have the most depth in this league, but nonetheless, someone who I'm excited to play this week. And then I also want to mention Darius Guice, Adrian Peterson, running backs for the Washington Redskins, playing against the Detroit Lions, who are the worst against the run. So if you're gonna pick Peterson or Guice, I'd honestly go with Guice. I just think that he needs to get the reps. They need to see what he's about, and he's a little bit more of a dynamic player with catching the ball. So. Something players that I'm excited about, really just because of that matchup with how shitty the Lions are against the run. And then for tight end, I have this tight end Jacob Hollister. I'm going old school with Hostetler. My bad, old school Giants right there. He in weeks 9 and 10 he tied for second in targets amongst tight ends. Russell Wilson, as we know, always targets the tight end position. And then Ed Dixon, who actually came off an injured reserve, I think is going back on injured reserve for his knee. So he's not a threat at all. So someone who I'm excited to play, especially with the Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, all on bye week. So definitely someone who who I'm looking forward to as a spot start. And hey, I have to say this is kind of cool just doing this. Just chilling here, talking some fantasy. I know I'm like by myself, but it's just kind of cool to riff and just say what's up, do my thing. So the pizza review I did this week was a place here in Albuquerque, New Mexico called Saggios. Okay, this place is by the university, and honestly, it's probably the fucking best place in town. I say probably because I'm always a little hesitant. Albuquerque pizza, it always, I don't know, there's something with it. I always have to keep kind of an open mind. But right the fuck now, 2019, it's the best here in town. Just has so much fucking flavor. I got 2 slices. I didn't get anything on them. I've been all about just enjoying the fucking slice, and really trying to get like a feel for the sauce, the cheese, everything, and not let any of the toppings throw me off. Because some of the places out here, I've just noticed that, with the toppings, it makes the whole pizza. Without it, it's kind of a bland pizza, and to me, that just sucks. If you can't have if you can't have a plain slice and have it be fucking delicious, then, nah, son, nah, you know what I mean? So, again, I didn't have any toppings on this thing. I had extra sauce. That was delicious. Great consistency with it. The crust was nice and fucking thick and crunchy. And my player comparison would be Michael Thomas, the wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints. He's the top dog this year for wide receivers in fantasy. He has 190.2 half PPR points. I mean, he's definitely an easy first round pick, and someone who I only have in one league, but very excited to have him. And that was just kind of a fun yet easy player comparison, because when something's that good and you're just so excited about it and you just want to share it, I mean, shit, it's perfect. So if you come to Albuquerque, any motherfuckers come out here, or if you're even out here, go to that place Saggios. Shit's fucking real good. And they even have broccoli as a fucking topping. Broccoli as a topping. And shit is delicious. Fucking delicious. Alright, so enough of that there. Alright, so this is kind of a short one, but here we are at the Song of the Week. I don't know if I'll be doing this again next week by myself. I'll be maybe a little bit more prepared if I do. Kind of just did it on a whim here. Kind of winged it a little bit just because it was kind of a hectic week. Wasn't sure we were going to be able to do it. And then here I am doing it solo. So just to give you guys a heads up with all that. Anyway, to the Song of the Week. I have this song called You Are the Ocean by Phantogram. This song is fucking awesome. There's a great pulse in this song. Great vocals. Very simple lyrics, but very powerful. And there's parts of this song that just really just connect. Excuse me, real chill shit too. Really, really chill shit. Something that like you can play late at night. It's not like, fucking classical, but something you can play late at night and just really enjoy. I'm actually putting together a mix that I've been making since I've come out here to New Mexico called New Mexico. And this is one of the songs on there. And it's also going to be on our mix for this podcast that I have on Spotify, that I have in all my links in my fantasy football pizzeria, fantasy football pizzeria on Instagram, and then my Twitter at ffpizzaman. All my links, all that shit goes to the playlist, to the podcast, all that good shit. So yeah, this was really cool. I'm just having fun, just chilling, watching this fucking game, and fucking hey, check it out. It's the third quarter. Hopefully we get some more scoring, and it's exciting. Hope everyone has an awesome motherfucking weekend. God bless everyone. And again, my name is Zach from the Fantasy Football Pizzeria podcast, and I'll see you guys next week.